Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Tuesday, May 11-second. I don't know. One of the things that I'm doing to stay busy is kind of an interest that I had prior, and have been lucky enough to work in occasionally over the last however many years. But it's photography, and I actually really enjoy it. I've been lucky enough to go to some pretty spectacular places. There's a lot of artistry to it that I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm fantastic at it. There are people out there that have captured some of the most amazing images that I've ever seen, and like the talent that they have is incredible. But that was something. It's always been something that I've been really interested in, as far back as getting the. This is going to date me a little bit, but does anybody else remember the point and shoot cameras? The little yellow cardboard Kodak cameras that you would take in to get processed, and if you were lucky, you'd get 1 hour photo if you were really splurging, but then you'd never see the camera again. Even since then, I've really enjoyed photography, and now with digital media, it's so much easier to go out and get photographs because you're not paying for film to constantly get processed and recycled. You have to you can get even a simple point and shoot camera. I'm pretty lucky that I have a really nice lens with a DSLR, and that's actually what I'm shooting on right now, or I'd show you, but oven's preheated for pizza. Feeling healthy tonight. But you can go out and get some spectacular images and not have to spend a ton of money. And now, because of digital media, you can drop that onto your computer and make some really cool photographs. And I think that's really cool. But because of that, in this whole brave new world that we're in, it's given me an opportunity and kind of the motivation to revisit it and spend more time doing more niche style photography that I haven't practiced in quite a while. And one of those things is macro photography. And if you don't know what macro photography is, in the simplest terms, it is extreme close-ups of items. So the idea behind it is that you get these shots of items that are much, much closer up than your usual perspective. And a lot of times that requires a special lens just to get that minimum focal distance to be closer to the lens in the camera itself, so that it's not just constantly in and out of focus, so it's not blurry, like that. And I accidentally bought a macro lens, and happy coincidence, I suppose. I was visiting my parents back in Michigan, and I went to this camera shop, this little privately owned camera shop that's been around for a while. Went in, and I was looking at their lenses and like their used lenses, and I happened to see this 24-105 Canon lens. And oh, well, that's cool. Like, I don't have one of those. I need to get a lens with a little bit more of a zoom on it. Cool. And I was looking at it, and I bought it. Great deal. It's this wonderful lens. And I really didn't think about it after that. I noticed as I was just playing around with it and doing these photos, and I would get really close up, and I would get really close to these shots, and I was still getting this nice focus, and then you'd get this really good bokeh or blur behind it. So I got a wonderful depth of field on it. And I was sitting there, and I was like, gosh, this is so great. Not even thinking about why that was or anything. And then a few days ago, actually, I was talking with a couple of different people, my friend Core and a couple of other people, about product photography, and we were talking about macro lenses and stuff, and it made me think about taking a look at my lens. Now, my lens has this hood on it, and the hood is turned around most of the time so that it's out of the way, and it sits over a fair amount of the lens body. And because of that, anybody who actually, works with cameras, does photography and everything, they go, oh, well, why didn't you look at it? It literally says macro on the lens. That's how you know you have a macro lens. It says it because words. I never saw it. Wasn't looking, but I never saw it. So I happened to pull the hood off, look at it, and I was like, oh, that's why. 24 to 105, macro, right there, on the lens, written, words. So anyways, I accidentally have this macro lens, and it motivated me to start exploring that segment of photography more. And it's been a really cool time. It looks kind of strange when I'm sitting there, a foot from the ground with my camera pointed down, just looking at blades of grass or a rusty barrel. That's something I've been exploring for the last week or so, and it's been a lot of fun. So check it out. And also, I will never say that I'm a fantastic photo editor either. This is just me doing what I thought looked cool. And if you can hear the helicopters outside, it's Los Angeles. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like it, comment. We can hang out on the internet. So, see you next time.